Alright, in today's class we will be trying to demonstrate another streetscape. So I have taken this particular image as the reference, right? This looks pretty complex because of lot many things are crowded there. So, in fact, those crowded things are the one which attracted me, which made me to select this particular image. So there are a lot of details, and we will try to just suggest those things. The frame that we will take is probably, yeah, I think probably this much we will take as the frame. Okay, and we'll try to suggest those the busy cables hanging here and there, and we'll try to see if we can add some figures and other things to make it a little bit little bit more lively or interesting. So everything will be just suggestive. Okay, we'll not give any details, right? We'll just crop the portion of the image as we have discussed, and then we'll proceed. Okay, we'll take this much as the image. So it is a little too complicated for the thumbnail. So what I will do is we will directly we'll try to draw it on the watercolor paper. So while drawing, what I will take care is I'll try to make this particular line, right, as the first this one. This is the first kind of a division. Then I will suggest some of this building probably, and this big boards, right, and this silhouettes for this buildings, very suggestive, and some bushes or something here, and lot of these cables and this transformer, electric poles, everything we will discuss as when we are actually doing the watercolor paper. We will not draw it in detail in the watercolor paper. Okay, we might just suggest it, but not too much, because when we do the washes, I might change the position of some of these electric poles and all. So we don't want to be very much limited by our drawing. So our drawing will be very loose and very less detailed, right? So we'll go for the drawing now. Okay, so when it comes to the drawing, no much of details. We'll just see where the road, the horizontal line showing the road. In fact, in the drawing, it is little bit, this side is going up, so I don't want to show that. I wanted to make it little horizontal, and somewhere here, okay, somewhere below the mid of this portion, somewhere here we have those building. Okay, I don't want to give lot of details there. Okay, there are some details here. Okay. Now there is some big kind of building here maybe. Okay. And there are, for this building, at the top there are a lot of things. I don't know what these things are. I'm just trying to make something here. Okay, and somewhere here we have something, some lot of boxes or something here. I really do not know what these things are, and there are something here. some stuff here which is not precisely defined. Okay, maybe we'll make some people here doing something. Okay, I really do not know what these things are. Okay, now there are, when it goes here, somewhere here we have some smaller building or something here. Okay. And really do not know what these things are. This is just some shapes. You just take it as just some shapes which should suggest something. Okay, some foliages here and some foliages here. Okay, and here you have some road here. I don't know, I might give some shadows and other things here. And now comes a big portion here. Somewhere at the corner we have a big board. Okay, this is very big, in fact, reasonably big. In fact, it is bigger. I think, yeah, this should be bigger. There are some support or something here. Lot of things there, and there is another thing here. And now comes a kind of electric pole here. In fact, it is crossing the sky here. Lot of things here. And another electric pole here. Here also there are some stuff. It is really difficult to identify what these things are. Okay, lot of things, lot of wires going here and there, and lot of wires moving there. Okay, I think this much is sufficient for us to begin with, and we'll decide the rest of the things as we proceed. Okay, right. Right, now this is my palette. My colors are cerulean blue, ultramarine blue, cobalt blue, mauve, violet, sap green, olive green, burnt umber, burnt sienna, crimson lake, orange. This is a bit of lemon yellow, I may not take, Indian yellow, yellow ochre, rose sienna, vermilion red, and this is a bit of Prussian blue. Some of the, I may not take all of these colors, but I might as well. I'll try to tell the colors whenever I'm using any additional colors, and I might use some touches of white, okay, for some opaqueness somewhere. For the brushes, I'll be using some round brushes. Okay, this is a big round brush, kind of a mop brush. This is a medium size round brush. small size, this is a small size round brush, and this is a liner brush, and this is a further small size round brush which I might use. Okay. And this is a mop brush, natural hair. I might use this also. In fact, I think I will start my washes with this brush. This is a Brush number 8 mop brush. Any mop brush you can use, or big round brush you can use. Okay. So the paper I have used is quarter sheet Maestria Indian handmade paper, cold pressed. Quarter sheet means 15-inch wide and 11-inch height. Okay, now let us quickly go for some yellowish is there on the palette. Maybe I'll retain this yellowish wash here. If you look at the reference, there is some yellowish wash there, tint. In fact, I will make it little bit more yellowish, and I may be using little bit of burnt sienna. Yellow means raw sienna, and little bit of burnt sienna I am using. Okay. Some washes I am suggesting now itself at this area. I don't want any precise definitions, much of precise definitions. Okay. See, yeah, I'm going for some suggestion only. Okay. Now here I want some. If you look at the sky, it is a little darker sky, using cobalt blue, little bit of violet, and I am dulling it with a little bit of burnt umber. Okay, it looks to be a little bit more blue now. Let us see how it turns out. Sometimes it dries much lighter. I don't want too much of everything should be, what do you call it as, merge. I don't want any. This edge I want little precise. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to diffuse everything. Okay. Now the road, I'll probably take little warm color, same burnt sienna and raw sienna. I am mixing little bit for some warm color around this area. And then I want some bluish color. Whatever sky color we have used, similar color I want for the nearby road. Little bit more violetish. Now it looks very much dark. Many things will look very dark now, but when it dries, it will be pretty okay. It won't be that dark when it dries. Okay, if you see. Okay, now this is the first wash, I think. Okay, now there are some foliages which I am thinking to define now itself. Okay, it is somewhat what do you call it is. It is dry already, the paper. Today it is getting dried very fast, but I wanted to define those things. Maybe what I will do is I will apply some with the mop brush, and I mean with this round brush. What I am planning is to wet certain area which is probably the edge of the building, top edge of the building, and then from the top edge of the building to some part of sky. Okay, so that some trees I can define here. For the trees I am using whatever colors are mixed here, maybe a little bit of olive green, and I don't want pure olive green. I don't want any precise definition of this. Okay, so that is the reason I am just doing it this way. I'm just sprinkling some water. What I am doing is I take some piece of paper and cover this area. Okay. Okay. That's it. Now there are in fact some more foliages somewhere here, which I don't know whether I haven't planned to make this, but I think I will make some of these also. Okay, anymore? I think we'll leave it there. Okay, now we have to make the I think I would make this hoarding, something on the hoarding, some underlying color. Okay, so if you really look at, there are some whitish color here and then bluish. So I am using a little bit of opaque white, and I am mixing that with a little bit of, what do you call it as, cerulean blue, okay, just to get some shade. Okay, changing the brush, not getting good control. Changing to synthetic brush. Okay, I wasn't getting good control there. This edge I am little particular that it is little straightish in nature. Now if you look at, it is darker blue and then followed by various other colors. Usually I wouldn't go this much with details. Some various colors are there. I'm not really worried about the precise color. Okay, some suggestion. And while making those, I'm trying to be somewhere closer to that, not exactly. Okay. We'll see what we need to fill in. Okay, there I think we'll go a little precise at the edge. Now we have another holding here board, but I think it is at the back side, but still I'll try to define those. I'm using a little bit of opaque color here, and I'll then use this. Okay, we'll see how best we can do the remaining. Okay, just sprinkling some water. Okay, now we'll have to make some of the other details for the building and all. Sorry for that. Now we'll have to make some other details for the buildings and all. See, here really we do not in fact need a lot of things to be defined, but still some amount of details will be required. Okay, so this color, whatever color is there already, a little bit of, I think, cerulean blue, violet, and whatever white mix we had, everything mixed together, I think it works perfect for some of these shadows. Some architectural details kind of things I am trying to leave while drawing the shadows so that it all looks some convincing stuff. See, what we want is something that is convincing, that's it. You will find it really difficult. Here a lot of things will come, so I don't want to really give a lot of things here. A lot of things will get covered, so I don't want a lot of things to happen, so I'm just trying to merge the things here, okay, so that we don't have too much of clarity, and that much is not required. Okay. Whatever is left out in the paper, I am just trying to mix, and so that it looks like something is there. Okay, I don't want anything precise to be defined. Some darker stuff, that's it. Just look at what is there in the image. Some darker stuff is there, so I'm just trying to give some darker stuff, that's it. I'm leaving a white line sort of thing here, so that will show the edge of the barrier kind of thing which is there. Some more thing at the further darker there, which is further darker. I'm seeing some yellowish things also here, so something there. Again, nothing precise. We don't need this much of precise things there. What mistakes we do is we try to make a lot of details, and that spoils everything. Now what we have is, we have some darker. If you really look at, there is some darker stuff at the barrier. I'm going a little precise there. Okay. And while this is still wet, what I am trying to do is I'll take out some tissue paper, and this area, light falling area, I'll take out these things little bit so that it looks a little bit lighter here. Okay, now we have most of the things that we have defined. Now what we need is the nearby building and the other things, right? Okay, now let us define the nearby building, which is this. Okay, now if you look at, there are a lot many dark color stuff here. Okay, so what I am trying to do here is I will create some dark steps where somewhere here there are some dark stuff, and here also there is something dark. Okay, I really do not know what these things are, but I wanted some darker stuff there. Okay, some darker stuffs here also, something darker there. I really do not know. I'll keep something here also, so that this all will get merged. My objective is that everything should get a little bit of merged. All these whatever tiny steps that I am suggesting, even some darker blue also I think I can suggest here, so that it looks a little bit of colorful. Trying to define, suggest those shapes. Really do not know what these things are. Okay, let those things be. Now let us make these things. There is some dark stuff there, so what I am doing is I am taking some burnt sienna, and maybe I'll try this blue, Prussian blue. It looks very greenish. I am mixing little bit of red. If something is greenish, maybe red can compensate that and make it little darker. Okay, this looks okay. Now I don't know what these things are, but there are too many steps here. Okay. Now some yellowish, yellow ochre I'll take. Yellow ochre, and it is not yellowish, in fact it is little reddish as well. So I'll take this color, whatever is formed here. Some dark plus crimson lake plus yellow ochre, whatever is there. I'm finding it little bit more reddish and a touch of white more. I'm just trying to get some color there. Yeah, somewhat this color. See, you don't ask what color exactly it is, because to get some exact color will be really difficult in watercolor. Something is still there. I wanted it a little bit more straightish. To compensate for any bend and other things, I'm just making some marks, okay, so that I really do not know. There is something here, some white washes I am doing, so that there are some suggestion. Okay, here in fact I forgot to suggest that white tin sheet or something that we had there, but I will make it later. This looks very dark to me, so I am just making some burnt sienna to make it something more interesting. Okay, now I think this and all is okay. We will have to make further details. Now here is the main one of the details. I'll go for a smaller brush. That looks a little bit burnt sienna kind of thing for me. I'll use burnt sienna, little thicker version, maybe a little bit of cobalt blue to make it. Cobalt blue or ultramarine blue you can take to make it little darker. And now we'll make those things. Similarly, we have something here also. Don't ask me what these things are. I really don't know. Little bit more darker stuff. I'll use this whatever Prussian blue stuff I have, and thicker burnt sienna, maybe touch of red. Okay, now for these bigger things, this really little you have to be careful when you make these kind of things. Okay, very easy to make mistakes. Okay, so what I will do is I'll go for a liner brush, which is this one. I'll take same burnt sienna and ultramarine blue. What I'm checking is not actual color, okay, I'm just trying to check the darkness of it. Is it dark enough? I think I need little bit of more ultramarine blue squeezing out. No, sorry, I think I need a little bit more burnt sienna. I took a little bit more burnt sienna. Now Now is the time where you make all these steps. Okay. There are too many lines. Okay. Too many lines there. Something in blue there, which I wanted to make. Still lot of things are there. Okay. Okay, let us focus here, because if you focus too much there, then we lose this thing. Here also you have too much of things. Oh, that is a mistake. I have to do something here. Okay. I have to really do something there. You do not know what these things are. Nobody will, in fact, look at those things. If you can suggest something that is convincing, you don't have to really worry about all those. Worried about what is happening here. Actually, I thought of not connecting that to the horizon, but I think it is better we touch it here. Okay. There also we have too much of steps. Okay. There also we have very, you have to be a little careful. Okay, you can make lots of simple mistakes and all you can make. Nobody will really look at those things. Okay, see, there are too many steps coming here, and that is the identity of this image. Okay, so you don't have to worry about this being too much of cables hanging there, here and there. Now there are some I don't know what these things are, maybe some lights or something. Similarly, a lot of things here. You don't have to be very precise, okay? It is just some suggestion. Now I think we are pretty much done with all these things. Okay, now we'll add something here. We want very blackish tone now. I'm mixing a little bit of what you call it as red and Prussian blue to make it a little darker. I should have never done this. It is taking a lot of focus. I should have never done this. Okay, just I don't know whether this will work or not. I'm just trying to diffuse it a little bit. Just applying some plain water so that let something merge. Okay, I don't want that much of focus there. That was too much. Okay. Now I really do not know what I should do. Here there is some white step which we have forgot. So maybe I'll take some white color. They are from the tube, and then I will apply something. Now we want some more things, in fact, and some more. I wanted some more highlights and some people maybe. So I'll take little bit of from the tube. I'm taking some white color and making some suggestion here. Okay, there is something here, maybe something here. Some suggestions. There is something written here. I really do not know what is written. So we have to write something. Write in the sense, we'll suggest some writing on this. Something, I don't know what is written there. We don't have to really worry too much also. Something will do. Now some dark suggestion with burnt sienna and little bit of whatever blue, and some suggestion for the building. Some more things will be required, I think. Something for the building, windows and other things. Okay, now I think we need some darker stuff there. I think some shadow or something. So what I'll do is I'll take some violet color, some blue color, maybe I'll mix it with whatever is here, and I would have preferred little bit of brown also. It is becoming too. Now let us make some characters and finish it off. Okay, we'll just make some characters and finish it off. To make the characters, see, for these kind of works I might be using little opaque color, but then without which it will be really difficult to get the feel of that crowdness and all. Okay, so what I will do is, see, there are a couple of highlights here. I wanted to make some people out of it probably. Maybe this will be some people, some person, and this could be another person, and here we may have another person there. I'm just trying to figure out some. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out some person. Maybe here I will figure another person here. Okay, he's darker tones for now. I wanted some person here. I'm using some white opaque color for this. I want pure white, mixing some darker tones. Some darker tones. There shouldn't be a shadow here. I did it by mistake. But little bit of shadow should be okay, I think. I really do not know what these people are doing. So I think we are pretty much done. We don't need too much of details. Whatever we did here, it all got merged because we used little bit diluted version of white. I might use some direct white. Okay, it looks too dark, too harsh now. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, now to diffuse it, maybe I'll use some blue. Okay, we'll correct it there a little bit. I think little bit of correction, little bit of color change somewhere will be good. I think this is sufficient for now. So we'll have to sign now. I'll take little highlights with the pure white color. So you may say that white should not be used in watercolor, and I agree to that, but not 100%. For these kind of tiny highlights and all, it is good if we can make little bit of highlights. Okay. This highlights went wrong. Okay, I think that's it. No? Now I will put the signature. A lot of reds here, so I will make a signature here again with little red only. It is not very clear, but it's okay. Okay, now I think we are done with our work today. We haven't paid too much of attention to anything. We have been trying to be very, what do you call it, as very suggestive. Okay, so wherever possible we try to be very suggestive. I mean, here we need some shadows. Okay, so otherwise it looks very odd. Looks really odd there. Okay, I think we are pretty much done with our work. So what we did is very suggestive way of doing. Okay, so we haven't been precise anywhere. Whatever thing you look at, everything will have issues. So, but our objective is to overall get a suggestion. We are not making any realistic painting here, right? So we'll take out the tape now. So this is the finished work. So I think we have given a reasonable amount of justification to this. Okay, so we have given a reasonable amount of justification. Our objective was just to suggest and capture some interest, create some interest. I think we are done. Okay, so keep practicing your watercolor work, and we'll see you in the next video.